That's so hot. Hey, my name is Sam, and welcome back to Samcraft. Hey guys, my name is Sam, and welcome back to Samcraft. I'm glad for you to join me again on today's video, which is going to be all about some really hot stuff. Yep, summertime in the workshop. It's either your favorite time or your least favorite time. I'm willing to bet for most guys with a shop like me, small, no air conditioning, in the summer, that's 3 reasons it's probably not your favorite time in the workshop. So as you see, my current situation on battling the heat is 2 fans. I've got a box fan here in the window, and I've got an old metal fan over there at my lathe. Normally that metal fan extracts air and blows the wood chips and sawdust out as I'm turning, but this time of year, the dude's cranked around pointing in to bring fresh air and cooler air into the space. It's not working. It's not doing good enough. I bought something originally for the house that I never got around to installing, and we kind of changed our mind on and decided, no, we don't really need that, and I'm going to use it down here in my workshop. How'd I get bird poop on already? Friggin' birds! So what I have here is a through-the-wall bathroom exhaust fan vent. I've already opened this up. I've already tinkered with things a little bit, hence the cobbled wire over here, but I'll show you guys that whenever I install it. But what this is going to do is suck the air out of the workshop and blow it outside. This particular model comes with this shroud or this metal cover on the outside, and in the bottom, which is where the air comes out, it has a hinged vent that has a spring on it. When it turns on, it blows it open, and when it turns it off, it pulls it back closed. This keeps bugs and other nasty creepy crawlies out of the space, in theory at least. So I've already got everything set up. Pretty much what you do is you take this piece of cardboard that comes in the box, and I'm going to use this as my template to go cut this hole through my workshop wall, because it's just the right size for this to slip in and out. So let's go ahead and get my jigsaw, my pencil, and get on the ladder outside and cut a giant hole through my workshop. I have looked around and I have found the spot where I'm going to mount this exhaust fan in my workshop. My workshop I built myself about 5 years ago, and when I did, I built it with a single pitch or single slant roof, or a shed style roof. That being the case, this side up here is the tallest and is where all the hot air collects. Now this is the front part of my workshop. This is the front wall, and this is what you see as you at our house or whatever. It's the main presentation, like, ta-da, here I am, face of the workshop. So that being said, I'm not going to put the vent on this face at all. I don't want to look at some giant black metal box on my building. And so this side over here, not an option, because that's the storage side plus home office side, and that's got a lot of junk up there. Plus it's not really in the workshop, which is where I'm going to be more and create a lot more dust. So that kind of leaves one other option, and that's going to be over here above my lathe. I'm going to mount it as high as I can above the lathe in that spot, so that it gets as much of the hot air out as high up as possible. And being on that side of the workshop, no one's going to see it except whoever might be in the woods behind us, or pretty much I don't care who sees it at that point. It's not when you see it when you drive up to the house or when you walk to the shop, and it's good enough, right? So this fan kit comes with a junction box and a little, I think probably a 2-speed switch that you can use, as well as a plate just to kind of cover it back up. So the motor has an actual plug on it on the fan, and it allows you to then hardwire in this piece. It's kind of like a little outlet. What I have done is dug in my junk electrical wire, save it for later type space that's in my workshop, and found an old lamp cord that I believe is long enough to reach from where it's going to be mounted up top down to the outlet right there at my lathe and allow me to plug this in and supply power that way. I guess I could hardwire this in if I wanted to, but this is easy, this is safe, it's got wire nuts and everything taped up very good and safe, and it's still appropriate wire gauge and everything for the power, and it's just going to work good enough. Another cool feature about this lamp cord is it has an inline switch that came with it, so I can turn the fan on and off this way. This will be a good solution for now, but I want to find a thermostatically controlled switch so that I can put it up there at the top where the fan is, and when it gets to a certain degree or temperature in here, it kicks on automatically and then turns off whenever it's not needed. Having that level of automation will really be good as far as keeping it cool in here all the time, but not wasting electricity, just having the fan run 24/7, whether I'm down here or whether it's really needed or not. Alright, so that's all I can think of to talk about now. I guess I've put off long enough of getting up on that ladder, so yeah, let's go on outside, climb up on the ladder with some saws and tools, and let's cut a hole in the workshop. I'm all rigged up. You know, no safety harness, all that would be nice to have. This is a tool belt rig, harness rig. I bought it for a big old project I got coming up at the house, and well, I'm like, I need this tool before I can really start that project, and well, I got that tool, and you know, she says I can get that tool, and I'm running out of excuses. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I got my GoPro here. I'm gonna try and get some nice action cam footage with an action cam as I get up on the ladder where I'm at, up here up top, kind of close to where the spotlight is. And then if you're wondering, that's a B, but if you're also wondering what's on that pole, it is a wireless broadcaster. Gives me some internets down here in my shop because I do have a home office over there and whatever. Yep, still delaying, but let's just do it. Let's just get it over with. We get the ladder and scuttle up there and just do it. Just get it done. Ladder is stable on the ground and stacked on two 2x6s there. Yeah, looks good enough. Let's go ahead and get the template. I'll get on a pia. Pins are good. Yep. See, I got my wall stud. Let's do this right in the middle. Just a happy little face. Just a happy little face. Hey, don't need that. All right, Craftsman, cordless saw of the future. Let's make this easy, quick, and fun. All right, please. First, you gotta plunge. Well, I ain't no circleologist. Where's me? Yeah, there's a hole. There we go. Let's get the fan. All right, let's test fit this first. Yep, it fits. Now, hold it in place there. Put ourselves some markety marks. With that done, I'll put a piece of bead here, some Alex silicone caulk, just something to keep the water out. Okay, we're gonna go excessive apparently. There you go, smear it everywhere. Well, there you go. We're done, folks. Let's get down off this ladder before we get off without wanting to. That's a weird way of saying falling. Well, thank goodness I did not fall. Did not drop any major tools. I lost one screw, but that's the way it goes. You always gotta give one to your homies. Outside part is done. Let's go ahead and drag the ladder inside and hook this baby up. Clean my face off the woodwork away because I'm covered in sawdust. That'll give you a dry mouth. Installation should be really easy. I've got to put on this metal plate with two little sheet metal screws, plug up the motor, drop the cord down, and then I'm going to go ahead and put on this shroud piece. Even though it really doesn't make a difference for the workshop, it will allow me to not lose it. For in the future, when this is all finished, nice pretty space, I'll have a pretty little fan vent thing. So that's it, guys. That's the order of operations. Let's get it done because it is like a bajillion and 2 degrees up here. Bajillion and 2. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Why do I do this in the middle of summer? Well, because in the wintertime, I'm not thinking about it. I like that setup, but I'm going to change one little thing about it. So in my workshop, I have a wireless outlet system thing. It's like this little remote, and it has these receivers you plug into outlets, and you can turn on and off 3 different circuits. Right now, I have it for my shop vac. Why do they make that noise? It's about to blow up, isn't it? Probably so. I've also got one for my lights back there in the office. Little cubby storage space. And then this third one runs a makeshift filter that I've got. It's a box fan up here in the ceiling. Here, let me show you real quick. Yeah, that thing. So what I'm going to do is unhook that because I don't need that air filter thing going, because honestly, if I have my exhaust fan going, that's going to pull a lot of the dust and cruddy air out of here, and I'll probably do a lot better job than that thing's ever been doing. So I'm going to unplug the fan filter, which goes in that outlet right over there. It's really hard to see. I'm going to run a drop cord from there up and over to my exhaust fan and wire it up so that I can control it with this switch, at least in the meantime until I get my thermostatic switch, or if just forever, and just turn it on when I want to and turn it off when I'm not here. I'll figure it out as I go. I'm winging it, totally winging it. Well, guys, that's it. I'm happy to have that done because yes, getting up on that ladder really was not fun because it's so hot. But I'm more happy to have it done because now I have a way to ventilate or extract out the hot air that builds up inside my workshop. In addition to that, there are some benefits I didn't originally think of. That would work great for sucking out ambient dust in the workshop. The more I think about it, the more I believe that maybe a Wi-Fi switch or something along the lines that maybe I could program or I could set to run for like a timer, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time, might really benefit in this situation. I'll have to keep my eye out on Amazon to see what cheap ones that are good are out there so I can get it and see if it works in here. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them for me down below. I like reading them all and I appreciate everyone that I get. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you next time in the workshop.